Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Cincinnati Bearcats. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So Clemson's offense comes on the field first today. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball under the 36.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Grab behind the line. It's Turner. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a 1st down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finds just enough space and makes the 1st down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5. And the Tigers line up with a 1st and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And he knocks through the PAT. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So Cincinnati's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. It's a draw play. Oh, what a move.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
And the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's fourth down. The Bearcats will have to kick it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Catch made on the left side. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle it at the 44.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looking to throw it again. Fires it on the move. And he's got his man open downfield. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Extending the play now. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. On the run here, lets it go. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Well, he thought about takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. And the Bearcats will crank up the tempo. Trying to find room. It's march up. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. And nobody open. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They've got the lead, but hadn't settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Running with purpose.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
They look to throw it here on second down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Now, to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Receiver makes the catch. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On the ground, it's Turner. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the back gets the football. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime. The crucial second quarter beginning right now. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Grab behind the line. It's Wolf. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Eludes the rush. That's reeled in. It's Turner.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's
no shot to bring him down. Fights his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And they hand it off to the back. Powering through. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Looks like the Bearcats looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. There's a screen pass to the running back. And he never had a chance. Tackle in the backfield. Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Defense is coming after him. Can't find anybody on 3rd down. Throws it away. And now 4th down coming up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. On the run, he'll let it go. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Offense on the field to take over. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Caught in the backfield. It's Norris. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a...
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes the grab. It's Jennings. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The Bearcats will send the punt team onto the field. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Now it's second down here. The back's got it. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Brings up second down. Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run it here. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, it's third down after that run. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Going with the old counter run here. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle is made at the 4. First down and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket now. Touchdown, Tigers! This offense is still clicking. But they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what boost for this offense.
Yeah, quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's play action. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way, can they stop him? Not just a pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Receiver makes the grab. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Runs right over the defender. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it, open.
Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. The Tigers will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field for a very precise pitching catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball. If this one was an interception, he better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
The sure hands. It's Marcha. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Trying to get the throw off. This throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. So 2nd down after the incompletion.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. Bearcats come to the line in the hurry up. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking for the wide out. Here's a wide open receiver complete. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Here's the 2nd down play.
Yeah, I don't like that throw at all. Those windows are so tight down here. You just can't force the ball in there because it so easily can be picked off. He caught a break there.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Let's him fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! Still no answer for this offense.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback from the start of the 25. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Running out of time in the pocket. Moves. First down to the 35.
Boy, defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Second down play coming up.
Second down coming up.
They're going to run it here. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Runs through the defender. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Second down after that run on the previous play.
42 Spider.
Ball handed off. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play.
Hold it. Open.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Offense getting set. It's second down.
Spider. Ready, go.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. The important third down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense.
Number 9.
This defense, they have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. When he's got some space here. And they finally stop him, and he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in a good position. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Working his way inside the 15. Touchdown, Clemson. And this one is getting ugly. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wide out. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And he drops back in the gun. And he pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Bearcats with 1st and 10 here.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Here comes a handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. They bring the heat and the blitz works. They've got it.
If I'm on this offensive line, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
And the returner is brought down. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking a snap, he turns it around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Here's the handoff. And that is a 1st down gain. Moves the ball to a 40.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Makes a quick catch. Fighting off the tackler. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made after the completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. This has been thorough domination through three quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back to just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to pass this time. Checks this down to the running back. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Caught behind the line. It's Wolf. Touchdown, Tigers. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominating.
Point after, not right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have...
And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
Looks like the Bearcats will have to kick this away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. A quick spin move. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. And there's the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it second and medium. Movement here from the tight end. It's a quarterback keeper. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
It's an option look. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Bruce at the sideline steps out after a short gain. That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Second down after that previous play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. With the catch, it's Norris.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but, man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country.
And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now. The Bearcats line up on 1st and 10 now.
And first down for the offense.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. And that one's picked off. What a play. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
A handoff to the back. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.